Kamala Harris advisor offers pathetic excuse why candidate is avoiding interviews. I haven't seen this video yet. I can't wait to hear the asinine excuse because there's no reason. You are running for the president of the United States, which means you need everyone's vote to get elected. And to get that vote, you should be able to sit down and answer questions. If you can't sit down and answer basic questions like how are you going to fix the economy, how are you going to sit down and negotiate and work with people that are our allies? How are you going to sit down and talk and try to stop Putin from Ukraine? How are you going to go and sit down and stop Israel for going into Gaza? Like, how can you go negotiate these things when you can't even sit down for a softball interview? So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're going to play this clip. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me on those platforms as well, where I'm very active, especially at night. You can catch me on these X and Instagram streets at night. All right, so let's talk about this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit by Cullen Linebarger, and he reports that, as the Gateway Pundit readers know, Kamala Harris has seemingly embarked on an election strategy that allows her to hide from the press while they relentlessly savage President Trump and Senator J.D. Vance. Now her campaign is finally being questioned over the scheme, and they have no good answers. Again, because there is none. There's no pandemic where you can hide now. You have no excuse to come, or no excuse and no reason to why you won't come out and talk to the people. It's crazy how many interviews and talks and stuff that Trump and Vance has done, yet Kamala Harris refuses to do them, unless they're like softball interviews where she have a weird interview with Oprah that even didn't even go over well. When you have someone lobbing you the ball, you still can't hit it out the park. It's crazy to me. Even Oprah was looking, the looks on her face she was giving was like, oh gosh, what is going on here? I'm actually endorsing this. It was wild. But former Atlanta mayor and current Harris advisor Keisha Lance Bottoms appeared on the lead with Jake Tapper to answer Tapper's question after a campaign event in Georgia Friday about when the media can expect to hear more from the Democratic nominee. Her response was completely lame, it says. I can't wait to hear it. Lance Bottoms told Tapper that that Harris is, quote, a very busy person. What? Citing her status as a candidate and vice president, she went on to say that Harris is already outlining her policy positions to voters via her campaign rallies, which are entirely scripted. And the thing is, she's a very busy person. Are you kidding me? Literally, people run second terms. They literally run the actual country. They're presidents of the United States that run and still do interviews and stuff like that. Remember when Trump was running from 2020? He still was doing interviews and stuff and going places and answering questions, even though Biden was hiding in the basement because of the so-called pandemic, right? So that's no excuse. That is absolutely no excuse. But let's check this clip out for ourselves, though. Let's hear it for ourselves. Wow. Here we go.
President Harris at the rally today in Georgia. She's going to be in Wisconsin tonight. Yet she's not sitting down for regular interviews or fielding questions from the press. Certainly not to the degree that her counterpart Donald Trump is. Why? Why is she not doing more interviews to talk about her policies and answer some of the questions that voters have about her policies and on her change on her views in some of them?
Well, Jake, she's done interviews, and I know that we would love, or you would love, to see her sit down every single day with CNN and do interviews, but she's a very busy person. She's the vice president as well as a candidate, and we heard her today.
Again, this is not an excuse. There have been many vice presidents that ran for president and had no problems doing interviews. She's did what? How many? I think like a lousy 15, if that. Like that's inexcusable because she's busy. Come on, are you kidding me?
They talk about her views on these policies. It may not be in the format that the media would like. It may not be that she's sitting down doing a one-on-one interview.
It's not about what the media would like. It's about what the people would like. The people do not feel that their questions are being answered.
Interview, but we heard her today in Georgia talk about her stance on reproductive freedom and how, if she's elected as president of the United States, how she will use the power of the pen to make sure that these freedoms are protected. And this is a really big conversation across the country, and especially here in Georgia, where we have this 6-week abortion ban, and we've seen 2 stories this week of women who died.
I mean, again, she's not going to be doing any interviews. It's disgusting what she's doing. The media should continue to call her out on this bullcrap. So here's why Lance Bottom's excuse is so asinine. Wow, they used the exact same word I used. I swear I haven't read this article, y'all. As Axios previously reported, the Trump-Vance GOP ticket has conducted a whopping 73 interviews. Wow. With media outlets since July 21st, despite both individuals embarking on a demanding schedule. 73. The Harris Waltz ticket, though, has done only 7. Wow, I gave him the benefit of the doubt. I said 15. 7 combined, less than 1 per week. If Harris finds her current workload too stressful, perhaps she should resign as vice president or drop out of the presidential race, but she won't do so. That's true. If you can't handle this, then you don't need to be running for president. You can't even sit down. That was my point. You can't even sit down for a basic interview because you're quote unquote too busy. How do you expect to be the president of the free world? Instead, she's counting on the American voter to be dumb enough to elect a total liberal fraud, and polls show this may work. But again, polls I'm seeing is people are waking up, especially looking at people on the internet and speaking out and talking about this. People know what's going on. People are not dumb. Oh wow, I'm sorry. The screen did not switch back. Sorry about that, y'all. What we got? Oh no, it has. Oh no. Oh. There we go. Sorry about that, y'all. But the things have not changed. She still continue to hide, and she's hiding worse than Biden, which is just crazy. But y'all, let me know what y'all think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, and check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.